Hello there. The Coliseum welcomes you, my friends. We are back in Standard with a familiar yet saucy contender. We're getting big and beefy here. That's all I can really say. We've played the Gruul aggro list revolving around Picnic Ruiner, Questing Dryad. I always say Dryad. Always a Dryad. Questing Druid. So I'm always thinking of the Dryad it's based on. Anywho. Now we're kind of dipping a little bit further into the pool by going full Naya. What does Naya give us? Well, it gives us Illuminator Virtuoso, which is a fun little guy to get a couple counters on, not to mention give Trample or Evasion. Gives us Skrell for a bit more protection, but the most important part, aside from that sideboard, Angel Fire Ignition, baby. I always forget these cards are at Standard. So 3 mana, you get 2+1/+1 counters to target creature, gains Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Indestructible, and Haste until end of turn. How good is that? Well, it's pretty darn amazing considering our goals here are to get to 4 power, to get that double strike going, or to get Illuminator Virtuoso huge, or to give this little bad boy Vigilance so that, well, his exerting drawback is not a big thing. Because as you can see, there are, no other dinosaurs floating around here. He's really just a giant piece of meat that we're going to try to win with or use for our Picnic Ruiner. Inti can give him Trample, so it may not be the worst thing ever, but ideally we want to give him Vigilance. Or we want to side him out. I originally had Homestead Courage in here, but it was just too taxing. So I ended up cutting it for the Scout as an early threat and a way to draw lands, get the lands out of the way. We'll see. A lot of the other things are familiar faces here. NT being an MVP in this by keeping our keeping fuel going in addition to giving that +1/+1 counter at Trample. Nothing else too crazy. Monstrous Rage and Audacity are beef, trying to give us some form of card advantage in the form of Audacia. And aside from that, the only other X factor here is Thoran Portal in the in the deck, trying to balance off how quick we want to be. No protection spells or anything of that nature, so it's going to be interesting because we might just get clobbered into the ground before our creatures do anything. But in our sideboard, as we will be doing some best of 3 action, we got a full set of Invasion of Gobekhan, kind of interact with our opponent's hand, in addition to getting that Light Shield Array up ASAP. I got a lone Knockout Blow. As you know, I love this card. If we see mono red, we'll want to bring it in. If not, I mean, it's good. It's not the worst. A pair of Urabrask's Forge, again, a way to grind it out against control, although it's not the most reliable thing these days because of things like the White March or anything of that nature, but still worth having there as a pair. Full set of Lithomantic Barrage, due to the popularity of blue and white creatures and planeswalkers, and a full set of Witchstalker Frenzy for when we get in those aggro matches. So, my friends, if this is your first time at the Coliseum, smash that like button, hit subscribe if you have not already, drop a comment or a list if you want some input. I may notice it. I tend to, but then again, I tend to not, so 50-50 there, but I feel like that is enough babbling about this deck. Let's get to the games. Oh boy, you love to see it. I'd love to be on the play. Yeah, we'll try it out. No white mana makes it a little awkward, but we got stuff to do. We got time to do it. Let's see what happens. Get our Explorer on. We're not going to need that anytime soon. Need white mana first. Got turn 2 Picnic Ruiner and do some beef. Zortifacts or something similar. Alright. Bonk. I start thinking about what kind of removal they're going to be running here. Looks like he's going the Explorer route. What do we hit? The Wandering Emperor. Oh, that doesn't look like the land he's looking for. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, well then, let's get some Audacity here. Let's get Skrell out. How about we go ahead and let's get in there, shall we? Boom, bam, beam, baby. Dang, Xaxes. Gotta love it. Alright, well, I mean, that was Wandering Emperor, Spyglass Siren. We didn't see too much there, did we? Times like this, I usually tend to take out the Hammer Skull because it's, especially if they have forms of evasion and that kind of thing, it's not going to be doing us too much love. So we'll probably go right there. Could just bring in straight up Lithomantic Barrage. Yeah, probably just do that. I could take out 1 Angel Fire Ignition, but they don't... I could be wrong about this, but there's not too much in the way of targeted removal to fizzle our fizzle in response, and that Vigilance could be quite good against a surprise Wandering Emperor. So do we want the 4th Barrage or just want to stick it as is? I think for now we'll just stick it as is, and we'll see what they bring in. What kind of sauce they bring in. Good gravy. A 1-minute game 1. You gotta love it. That's the power of Picnic Ruiner. Kind of reminds me of Boros. What's the word I'm thinking of? Oh boy, that's a hand. The old one-lander. Yeah, let's see how it does. I know, never keep the one-lander, and I'm like, I know, dude. I usually always am better than that, but then again, it should have mulliganed. Oh well, we got another game. Oh, look at that, we got there. So now we got Inti to start getting us some fuel going. Ooh, schooner. We'll go with the Ruiner here. Try to threaten that crazy lethal again. So we can go Audacity and Monstrous Rage, or nothing. Denick, sure. Yep. Alright, now this is going to get interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we want to go Inti or something else. Because now we're fighting with the... no blocks here. Now we're fighting with this. Go Inti, try to find the land. Or we could go Picnic Ruiner to try to set up for next turn, but we're going to be fighting this Denick if we're not careful. What does Inti do for us? So we got 1 mana open. Okay, nothing holding priority. Let's just get in there. As much damage as we can. Oh. Knockout blow coming. Yep. Elspeth Smite. That's a +1/+1 there. So that's not going to save us, unfortunately. Oh. Yeah, that's a shame. Yep. Draw the card, hopefully hit a land. We did not. Now we're in trouble. What do you mean? You kept 1 lander. You had to have known this was coming. Alright, so Elspeth Smite coming in. We're going to have to bring in some, well, we'll see what he's got here. Now, unfortunately, we are... Oh, yeah, now we're in trouble. Granted, probably going to go Inti. Yeah, now we're in trouble. Probably dead here because of this little combo. Let's start here. Try to hit that land drop, see what we can find. Alright, well, this is what we wanted. Is it good enough? Well... I'm at 5. We got blockers, though. We gotta be able to untap for our Angel Fire Ignition to be able to do anything here. Siren, yep. Yep, he's getting in there. Probably just gonna be chump blocking one of these creatures. But then again, all it takes is another removal spell. We are in trouble, trouble, trouble. Knockout blow, keep showing me cards. So he's got knockout blow and Elspeth Smite. Something to keep in mind. Yep. Here we go. No, don't attack with that. That's dumb. Alright, well, we don't have to block everything. We just have to block the Denick. Okay. Wedding announcement. He's gonna draw a card. Sounds good to me. He's tapped out, so we're at least gonna get in. Oh my god, I got Pain Lands out. That's why I had to block. Oh, terrible. Well, at that point, it was pretty much over. So we're gonna try this again and not keep a crappy hand, which seems like a better plan. Witchstalker Frenzy is an option, and I'm sitting here thinking about it. I want that. We need that 4th Lithomantic Barrage, so I'm gonna take out 1 Angel Fire Ignition for that. I'm just debating if I want to take out anything else. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's try this again. Man, that first game was so quick, and that second game was not. Gotta find that curve, baby. Definitely not gonna find it with 1-landers. Alright, here we go. Being back on the play. It is okay. Mirex into Siren. Alright, so there's a lot of things that could go wrong here. And he's definitely holding up the removal. Don't want to get got by a knockout blow, so let's see what we got here. Could just go Inty. Yeah, I'm one short of being able to do too much. So here's what we're gonna do. Battlefield Forge. I'm gonna attack for 2. Not too scary. It's just a grizzly bear. He's letting it go. Okay. I'm gonna go second main Inty. I'll go past turn. And does he got him? Oh, which one's scarier? Interesting. That is fine with me. Yep, he's out of blue mana, which is nice, but that just means he's got a horde of removal in his hand. Virtue of Loyalty. Interesting. Yep. Alright, let's see what we draw here. Another Picnic Ruiner. I'm gonna discard the Thran Portal. Yeah, I won't be able to double spell. Alright, now he's got plays. Knockout blow. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Yeah, he's got removal at the wazoo. Picnic Ruiner's back. Yeah, might have been a mistake to discard the, oh, there's that blue mana. That's fine. Yep, that's still fine. Get him out of Elspeth's Smite range. Well, that'll do it. Next turn, we can go double 2-drop and try to set up for the next turn. Yep. It's not too scary in the face of trample. How many times I gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Denick. Sure. Okay, we gotta watch out for Elspeth's Smite, and we gotta watch out for all sorts of garbage. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and discard this Thran Portal, see if we can find something better. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about here is exile effects, but I mean, it's not like we're not going to do it. Bam! Boom! Alright. We've officially bought time. All we gotta do is not... That's fine. We can still pull it off, depending on if he gets up to 6 here. He probably will not attack. Well, maybe he will. Okay. Maybe no blocks from me, sir. Again, no blocks here. Alright. Well, that's pretty good. He already asked trample. I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Do we want to try to wipe his board? Yeah, it depends on how much he takes here. I think I am gonna Monstrous Rage to make sure that something here happens. Plus we can gain some life here. Bam, 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 boop! And kablooies. Now the problem, of course, is if he's got a Wandering Emperor in his hand, we are in trouble. Okay, 1 land. Yeah, we're going to need Vigilance here very quickly. That's a way to start. What's that tapping? That's fine. Let's find some Vigilance here. That will do it. How are we feeling about this one? It ain't over by any stretch of the imagination, but at least it gets us some damage in there. I have no cards to discard, unfortunately. Tidebinder. Interesting. It's all abilities for as long as... Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Dang. Okay, here we are again. We're going to be able to Questing Druid, Angel Fire Ignition, and then now Dennick's back. Okay, 1 land. Here we go. Oh, wait a turn here. I think we do, actually. Could go Angel Fire Ignition, but we're only attacking for 3. I feel like we can do better. Until your next end step. We're just going to pass here. He's not going to be gaining life. We have time. Scariest card in his hand is probably a Wandering Emperor, but we're trying to play around it with Angel Fire Ignition. Schooner! It's not a schooner, it's a sailboat. Kind of feels like he's got that Wandering Emperor. He's just sitting on it. Yeah, the schooner's going to hold priority no matter what here, so... Okay. Alright, well, let's start playing stuff. Yep. Yes? Maybe? What's going on here? Hey, you activated Schooner. Now we're waiting. I might just play Inti and pass. Is there a point to attacking with the Druid? No. Well, let's see. It'd be a 3-3, 4-4, 5-5. Yeah, actually, there might be a point to attacking. I just really... We gotta wait and see what he's got going on here as far as... It might just be better to play the Inti, hold the Razorvenge Thicket, and then, I don't know. Because we can get in there with that 5-5, and we'll finally be able to find out if he does, in fact, have the Wandering Emperor like we suspect. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, if he's got it, we gotta get it out of his hand now. He'll go up to 10, he'll kill our Questing Druid. That's fine. Ideally here we hit a land or something. Oh yeah, he's got something. Does he got it? Wandering Emperor? Or is he going to activate the Restless Anchorage and double block? Wandering Emperor would be a beating because he could just play it and... Oh no. Wait. We're not there yet. No, we are there. He doesn't have it. Very good. I should have probably... Oh, never mind. I was going to say I should have probably held the land, but then I realized it was exiled. It wasn't me holding it. Wow. Well, that's about as brutal as you can get. Well done, opponent. Give me a threat. That's a good one. Fire it up. Skrelv. Well, this is Xaxi, so we're at least gonna get that. Oh, yeah, we're at least gonna get rid of his dumb duty dotty. Yep, got it. Bam! Bam! Boom! Alright, this is where we're at. Let's see what he draws. He's got a Restless Anchorage, and I don't have Trample, so we're not out of the woods yet. I drew another Sunfall! Nope, he drew a land. Here we go. Kind of depends on what we draw here. We need Trample. If we get Trample, we're good. Oh, snap! Ready the GG. Good game, my man. Good game. Oh, baby, always a good day. Nope. Yeah, sure. It's not the worst, but hopefully we're not playing against anything too lame. I got nothing to target this bad boy with, but let's pass turn. I'm gonna go for the questing druid end of turn. Or excuse me, seek the beast. Probably would have been better to resolve a threat there. Okay, so we got some kind of ramp. Alright, land, monstrous growth. Okay. We're just going to set him up for next turn. Audacity on the Virtuoso, then go from there. That's interesting. Just get in there for 12. And then I'm gonna go for another end of turn, seek the beast. Yeah, unfortunately he dies, but fortunately we do have you know, cards in hand. I'm sure he's got something here. Interesting. Okay then. Apparently that was all it took. He's not beating around the bush. Alright, what do we got here? We got some kind of ramp deck. I don't know if maybe he just had a bad draw or if it's just like a big something or other. So he's probably gonna bring in Oodles of Removal, which belittles, you know, Hammer Skull can probably go. That's the easy one. So probably just take out some. Do we want the Forge? Well, we see he's got Boseiju. I haven't seen any white mana, so we don't know if he's got, we don't know if he's got ley lines. It could have just been a really, really bad draw. Probably not, though. It's probably big, scary, expensive stuff. So if anything, I'll probably just take out one Angel Fire Ignition and the Hammer Skulls. And then if we feel like it, we can bring these in game 3. But for now, let's run it back like that. Game 1s have been very quick. Just game 1s, though. Alright, I was about to keep it. Well, no green mana is kind of annoying. We got that turn 1 Skrelv, which makes me want to keep it, but I don't think he's going to stick around too long. We can seek the beast. Yeah, we'll try it. I mean, that turn 1 Skrelv is really hard to turn down, even with the rest of the hand shaping up to be this bad. The turn 1 Skrelv makes it worth it. And I was gonna say, and he's dead. Not quite. Okay, well, let's play the Battlefield Forge, and let's get in there for one. Bonk. That's all. Let's go for the Seek the Beast end of turn. Try to get some action. Yeah, he did. Yep. Psst. Oh, Lord. Got nothing going on now. I take it back. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll have to lose the monstrous rages, but that's okay. Got us where we needed to be. We can go Audacity into Monstrous Rage. Brotherhood's End. You got it. Yeah, that's one we gotta watch out for. Let's see if we can hit ourselves another land drop and play or something here. We got a Scroll. I guess that'll work. Audacity's out. This is not exactly shaping up to be the hand I'd hoped for. Fair. He's a dangerous dude. I would take him out too. Alright, let's pass turn. Next turn we can go Audacity and just go pow 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 pow. Or oof. So that's what we're up to here. Yeah, that's a big boy. Ah, okay. Yep, we're gonna go ahead and let's wrap it up there. Alright, so Brotherhood's End times 1,000,000. Yeah, okay. Nothing really changes here, although Urbrask's Forge is looking better in this situation. Let's see here. Might just take out 2 Angel Fire Ignition, bring in the 2 Forges, and go from there. Try to shore up our 3-drop and not keep crappy hands is probably how we win this battle, I imagine. But then again, you never know. Maybe crappy hands are the key to victory. It gets us on the play game 3. And that we will be on the play. Oh my goodness. This is the other side of the field, huh? Can't do it. That's better. Let's go ahead and put the Monstrous Rage to the bottom. Turn 1 Thicket to Scout. Turn 2 Inti. That's fine. Actually, there's nothing I could have done about that. I was thinking if I should have held off on playing the Inti, but... Alright. Brotherhood's End most likely next turn. What can we do to mitigate this? Maybe Audacity. We're going to have to go Audacity, Monstrous Rage on one of our creatures to keep him alive from a... But what are we discarding? I discard something here. I don't want to discard the land, but I don't want to discard the Druid. Fine. This is probably a terrible play. By probably, I mean a terrible play. Yep. Just gotta keep that Inti alive from a Brotherhood's End, because that's what we do not want to... Dinosaur! Green for a dinosaur. Black. Colorless. Ah, very good. Did you just gain a life here? Got it. Yep, we're just going to go ahead and we are going to... Gotta watch out for this Brotherhood's End. But at the same time, we also got to make sure that we are... Let's see what happens here. I was going to say, we got to make sure that we are getting over this Tranquil Throwback. I'm going to put the +1/+1 kind of on the Scout this time. Eliminator Virtuoso. Yep. So just play him. Here we go. See what he's got. Okay. That's not a Brotherhood's End. But it is a Tranquil Throwback, but he did not use the green this time. Interesting. I think he meant to. That's okay. It happens to the best of us. Well, unfortunately, we're not on the play, but hey, we got a good hand, so not complaining. Can't just win them all, right? Oh, Teething Wormlet. Interesting. Well, Teething Wormlet makes me wonder if I should just start off with Skrelv. Yeah, I feel like I always start off with Skrelv. Skrelv into Virtuoso. Seems like a pretty winning play. Oh, interesting. Yep. Ow. Pass a turn. I don't know what kind of targeted removal or junk he could have, but tough cookie. Oh, it's getting bigger by the second. Yep. Just gonna take a bit of a beef. Yep. Taking 6 for this attack. Yep. Into a forest. Yep. Okay, I'm at 12. And he's got a Gingy. Gingy! Dang. Opponent's showing us about big and beefy, that's for sure. Start with the Monstrous Rage, see what we can hit here. Get our Connive on. Inti is pretty good. Tempted to just discard a land. I'd play the land drop this turn. It's either that or the Scout. We can play the Inti. Discard the other land drop. Yeah. 12. Alright. I'll discard the land. Exile the top card of the library. Get in there. Yep. I knew it was gonna be something good. Bam! Bam! This is where we could use an Angel Fire Ignition. Tough cookie. Yep. Interesting. Right, I'm going to use the tough cookie. Draws a land. 4, 7, 9. No blocks. At this point, we kind of just need to win. My turn. Well, let's see if he's got it. He's got it. Disruption Protocol. Cool. Moving right along. Alright. So we got this junk. So we really just want the Witchstalker Frenzy, and that's pretty much it. Don't want to keep the Hammer Skull. He is big, but we'll get rid of a Hammer Skull. Of course, he had the Killer Spell. I want the Angel Fire Ignition on this one, so I think I'm going to get rid of one Scout. Well, Scout or Skrelv? Skrelv is definitely a little worse here. We'll keep the Scout. Alright, let's do it. Bring in our removal and just try to play the removal game. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it's a tough one. Tough one, especially with a curve like that. Let's see if we can get a similar curve. We shall try it. We got Picnic Ruiner to try to hold the fort. We don't know what kind of removal he's got coming in. Does he have the Wormlet? He does. At a price, though. Excuse me. There he is. Better late than never, right? I go Thran Portal on white. Yeah. Can't be disrupted just yet. Wait. Ah, Soul Cauldron. Okay. Bam! Bam! And then next turn will probably be Scout into Monstrous Rage into potentially Witchstalker Frenzy, but it all depends. Nope, he got nothing. Sometimes that's all it takes. It's like, should I just keep in the Angel? Oh, I did keep in the Angel Fire Ignition, didn't I? It's like, do I want the Lithomancer's Barrage? I really don't. His best creatures are green. I don't think there's anything else I really want to do here. Yeah, no, just run it back. Just hope for a similar beating, because that seemed to be the key, is getting under his counter spells. I'm really trying to remember. I built this deck. It's on my list of stuff to play, but what else does he bring in? That's not going to make a difference here. Sure. Turn 1 Skrelv, turn 2 Virtuoso. He's got the Wormlet. Yeah. Might have been a punt. It might have been better to go Scout turn 1. Kind of all depends on what's going to happen here. We don't have any targeted stuff, so Picnic Ruiner is not going to be... Gucci Control Explorers, my land card, okay. It's past turn. Next turn we can go Inti into Scout or Picnic Ruiner, but we'll see what's going on. Ah, that's his game. That's what he's got. He's got the Angel Fire. We can't do anything about it, so... let's... see how he feels about Inti. He's good with Inti. Oh, I should have attacked with the legitimate business person as well, but that's okay. That's unfortunate. Yeah, a legitimate business person should have gotten in there. I do love that. I am a legitimate business person. I am. Okay. Feels like he's holding on to stuff to do stuff, so I probably do not want to just run out the old... Yeah, let's start with the Scout. Yeah, he definitely is. He's holding here. Oh, land's good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah, very good. Oof. Beating. But that does free up this turn's Angel Fire Ignition. Gingy. Gingy. Alright, double Gingy. We're on. Like Diddy Kong. Yes, I shall not be blocking him or him. I'm at 11. Reasonable. Get in with everybody. I believe 2, 4, 5, 6. That's fine. Okay. Hey, guess what time it is? You guessed correct. Stitch a Picnic Ruiner. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. And we are back for the wrap up, and yeah, Big and Beefy pretty much summed it up. You know, I'm starting to think I don't even need the Hammer Skulls. I thought maybe they'd be a good addition, be able to throw an Audacity or Rage or Ignition on, but man, we just didn't even need them, did we? Another 3-drop. I almost wonder if I should just do like Loran's Escape or, let's see, let's just go ahead. Gains Protection. Or, you know, it doesn't even have to be Loran's Escape. It doesn't even have to be Protection. It can be, Hexproof, Tyvar Stand, Tameo Safekeeping, something like that. I mean, granted, a lot of the issues now are, or a lot of the removal now is exile-based, but Hexproof is probably where we want to be. Tyvar Stand feels like it might just be better than Pugnacious Hammer Skull, although, ooh, it's tough to say, because when I was testing it, I did win a lot of games with this guy, even though he never came out to play. But I did always normally side him out a lot of times. But then again, we didn't actually play a beefy aggro. The closest thing was that Simic list. And that's where he really shines, is being able to hold off the aggro hordes while we get set up. But I do wonder if the Hammer Skull is just better off as a Tyvar stand. Nah, I like the threat. That one's up to you. It really is. It's a tough one, because he does a really good job of finishing things off in one swing, whereas a lot of your other guys, you have to build up or have something else going on, something along those lines. But, I mean, that went beautifully. I went 3-0. It's very hard to be upset about that. The games I lost, I usually lost because of either bad keeps or poor play decisions. The deck itself seems pretty solid. So, yeah, if you're looking for something fun here, I'd say your biggest X factor is right there, but the rest of the deck is solid, including the mana base, surprisingly. Thran Portal did not kill us, but we did not play against mono red, so a lot of these games come down to just finding that Angel Fire Ignition and then reclaiming right at the 11th hour when you're about to lose. Throwing that on one of your dudes and it's just game over. So in that regard, maybe the Hammer Skull does need to stay, but if there were an X factor here, it'd be this bad boy right there. So alrighty, my friends, I hope you enjoyed. I will see everybody later.